So on the topic of Destiny 2 loot, really like that Destiny 2 has most of the exotics actually be something you can semi-predictably earn. Like, you can do quests for them. Yup. And many of them were kind of fiddly processes or actually kind of hard to do. But never once when I was playing Destiny did it feel like any of the guns were out of my reach or something that I had to grind endlessly for. All of the grind was mostly just playing the game a lot to just... Honestly, the grind was the season pass, which I'm kind of mixed on both ways. I love the idea of season passes in games, but I almost kind of wish season passes were something that you could buy old season passes and work on them. That I hate the idea that I have to have the current season pass. But like, I have to complete the current season pass before it goes away. Because sometimes, I just don't have time for that. It's not very fun playing an MMO and feeling like I need to play dozens of hours of this, otherwise the season pass is going to go away, and then I'm not going to be able to, all of this hard work is going to be for naught. Why did I do that? Okay, let's put the magic hoe here. Might as well use that instead. Okay, 7. Which do I want to level the ground? Actually... I'm going to level the ground around the back side of my house. Oh, shoot. You know what? Do I have wood? I've got a little bit of wood. Let's sleep until morning. I am wet. Thanks. Yeah, levels to the height that you're standing. Yeah, so I'm going to lower the ground around where I am. Stamina regen is way too fast. I am absolutely not, let's see. I'm absolutely not in the interest of playing fair with this. Mainly just because I don't have dozens of hours to grind for a lot of resources or things. That on my end, it's so much more fun if I can kind of have a curtailed experience. And this is no knock on people that actually do put in the effort and work to grind in these games. And, like, really get it all done. Let's see, you could just cheat in the mats you need. See, it's weird. Paradoxically, that quickly starts to feel like, I am ruining the experience. Because I want to still have the experience. I just want to have less of the experience, if that makes sense. Because from my own perspective, like, I like games that, I can, say copper mining, for example. Say I spend an hour on copper mining. I strip mine an area, I mine a bunch of copper out. I kind of want that to be all of the copper mining that I have to do. That more than that very quickly is just going to become a slog, because it's not like it gets any more interesting every time I mine more copper. Oops. That's probably fine. It's always generally going to be the same experience, maybe slightly aided by the fact that my skill's going up and maybe I have a better pick. And that's about it. The only game that does resource acquisition from like a grind perspective particularly well is automation games like Factorio, Dyson Sphere Program. Those games do resource acquisition incredibly well because you actually, like, you care about the methodology at which you're accruing the resources. And you are constantly given new tools that speed up the process and make it more interesting, I guess. Okay. So wonder you added the backseat pass. Yeah. I figured it would be a good way to actually handle some things. Let's put away this stuff, because I'm not going to be using it. Alright, there we go. Upgrade the hoe so it lasts longer. Right, I forgot to do so. Because, yeah, I have an upgraded hoe. I just don't have an upgraded magic hoe. Do I upgrade my cape? Sure. Can I upgrade my bow? I can. We'll put away the old... Oh. This one has a rune on it. Oh, it's probably just implying set bonus. Maybe. But building automation is generally fun. Exactly. And so if there's some kind of, like, Viking automation system that I could do... Let's see. I'll level much of this down and smooth it out just so I can have kind of a feeling of a backyard. Let's see. That'll do, probably. What am I doing? Nope. I'm regrassing the world. Don't ask me where I'm getting this grass from. I don't know. Okay. Definitely not as pretty as it was, but now I actually have access to my backyard. I'll have to smooth some of it out and fix it up. I just was so sick of not being able to use my back door. Yeah, that'll need some work. Oh, well. Okay, so where do we farm? Can I zoom out? Thank you. There we go. This is much better. Okay, let's just get rid of some of these rocks. Oh, hold shift while leveling with the hoe to smooth terrain. Oh. Yeah, that's a lot better. I'll have to replant the grass again, but... That's huge. Thank you. Okay. Hopefully this will get that nice green ground texture back. Looks like it's getting it. There we go. I will have to add stairs. Bang. Anyway, so yeah, Wander, you added the backseat pass. Yeah, I figured I would. It seems like a reasonable way to do it. And this way if people are more inclined to use it. I'm sure tons of people will still backseat without it, but if people could specifically move over to using that would be lovely. I think the rocks in your backyard are in a pattern. Yeah, it's part of the reason why I'm kind of iffy on potentially replacing them. Because they actually do look kind of nice. This looks a lot better. How am I enjoying epic loot? I haven't gotten to experience too much of it yet, unfortunately. I've only found a couple of items. I'm really hoping I can get some of the more interesting effects if they exist. Okay. Put that in. Go from there. But I love the idea of the randomly generated loot. Just as kind of a, like, hey, let's see. Actually, maybe I just put it right here. I don't really know. This area seems like almost fine. Let's level this out, because we want an area that is generally pre-leveled, that I don't have to go too far out for. Okay, cultivator. Plus, this is right next to the cook shack. And then let's surround it in grass. This seems halfway reasonable. Okay, this will do as a starter farm. I will probably expand later. Okay, just have to not miss. There we go. We'll go over here, too. Is it just me, or are the resources flying towards you? They are! So, I've modded like crazy. Alright, so what do we want to make? Blueberry bushes. I'm not seeing the grid. I guess I should probably go grab a bunch of seeds. I was kind of hoping they'd have a major update to the game. Sorry. Unfortunately, mods. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. I'm perfectly fine with them not adding a lot of these things and having them be kind of more optional mod-related perks. Okay, VZ. Let's not eat the red berries, though. We need to collect a bunch of them. There's no grid farming, especially. Well, I got a mod for grid farming. Unless I didn't install it. I should double check that real quick. Did I forget and not do it? Oh. No? No, farm grid is there. Interesting. Maybe it just only works with carrots. Ah. Okay. Unfortunately, stuff like my berry bushes do not actually function, but that's fine. I don't really need that many berry bushes. Just a handful. And yes, this is a mod as well. Okay. Realistically, it's halfway tempting to just have pure chaos here. Let's see, do we have anything else? Looks like mostly grow trees. Oh, right, thistle. Now, this might not regrow? I might have two mods that are actually working against each other. We'll have to see if these regrow. Hopefully they regrow. We'll see in a matter of time. I was hoping there would be like an indication like, yep, there's supposed to be a crop here, but that might be something we have to wait for. Okay, next up, we want to plant beeches. I'm just going to turn this place into an absolute mess of beaches. Grow my pretties. I think this whole area is just riddled with them now that I'm thinking about it. So maybe it's not super important for me to plant a bunch of these. Okay, perch, 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 perch. Then do I bother with the pine and the fir? Yeah, sure. Oh! Apparently this grid actually works with the tree seeds. Okay, this is kind of cool. Grid forest. Eventually, I will care more about grid foresting, but it is okay for now. Alright, hopefully those will grow. We will find out. So now that we've done all of that, what next? Okay. So these are all... No, not all of these. Fermenter. And enchanter. Sacrificing and enchanting magic items at a forge. What? Okay, unfortunately, I think I took all of my Surtling cores onto the Wholesomeverse server, which limits me a little bit. Let's see. Okay, let's put things away for a smidge. It's not honey? It is honey. Yeah, time to raid some tombs then. I mean, yeah. Yeah? So might as well eat some necktails. Away the flint arrows. If you found Swamp's Head, you can farm Surtling cores there. No, I haven't, actually. Yeah, unfortunately, the Elder is on the opposite side of the map from me, or opposite side of the map. It's on another island. Puts me in a bad spot. So I'm just gonna warp there, and we're just gonna wander around. Oh, I had 8 in a chest that I put copper in. Good to know. Oh, well, we're going to wander around anyway, just for adventure. Because I want to see if we have any swamps on this island. Because if we do, awesome. If we don't, we're probably going to want to make a boat and pack up and leave. to some degree. Really hunt some deer. I will chop some birch as go, though. Because I'm going to want to make a boat. Because if I want to go anywhere, we are going to need a big old boat to go places. I don't really need the regular wood. But if I've already half chopped down a tree, I'll do it. Let's see. Man, what was I even talking about? I was talking about randomized loot. I don't know, I think I've said my piece. It's the kind of thing I should do a video essay on instead of talking about it in too great of detail here. That's one thing that I've actually found to be a bit of an imposition on myself. And maybe it's the fact that, yeah, I stream for 6 hours a day, and there's a lot of kind of time where I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm not going to say with nothing to talk about, but I don't really have a whole lot of things immediately going on in my life right now. Nor would I expect most people to. But that's put me in this kind of awkward position of like, man, what do I talk about half the time? Okay, I doubt we're going to find bees in any of these, but I'm going to double check anyway. Just because I could use some more honey. We'll talk about interesting manga. You know, I've just been having a hard time finding new stuff that I'm really excited for. Like, every once in a while there's some really good ones, and I get really into them. A lot of the other times I'm just like, man, there's just a lot of trash in the genre. Halfway through the gamer. I got part way through the gamer, and then kind of stopped. It was really generic. Okay, did that actually get me the queen? It did. Cool. Bees are pissed off, but that's fine. I think part of my problem that I've been running into is just, a lot of stuff. I'm going to call it follow the leader syndrome. I'm sure there's a better, more clinical term. Let's see. I really wish when finding these, it would actually mark them on my map. Because there might actually be another boss spawner around here for the Elder, but I do not know and cannot know. But anyway, follow the leader syndrome. This happens with a lot of media, where you have somebody kind of blaze the trail first, and they might be good, they might not be good, but then you have like a billion things that kind of follow suit. And some of them are fantastic, but it's like, you've seen it before, so it's a little harder to feel, like, as excited about it. It's a good example. It's kind of like how everybody remembers Halo and Doom 2016 and, I mean, let's say Call of Duty and Battlefield. You know, those are the premier first-person shooters. And I'm sure there's some other ones that people actually love that are kind of mid-tier, but they quickly get forgotten. But you have just dozens of them. I think this was more of a problem in the late 2000s, where there was just tons of copycat first-person shooter developers trying to be similar. I run into the same problem with, like, Ubisoft products, for example, where they are games that are all kind of virtually identical, with slight variations, and maybe kind of a neat twist, but it's ultimately kind of the same. Yeah, Spec Ops The Line was great. I still haven't played that one. I should. But, you know, back in the late 2000s, you know, prior, I want to say towards, like, the indie craze or something like that, there was just this, like, this huge trend of massive amounts of kind of mediocre Counter-Strike knockoffs, Battlefield knockoffs, Call of Duty knockoffs, and none of them were good. You know, maybe one or two of them had redeeming features, but many of them were just kind of the same. It's kind of why, like, League of Legends. You know, back in the early 2010s, there's a period of time when everyone that had, you know, a budget was making a... everyone that had a reasonable budget was making a new MOBA, trying to cash in on the craze, trying to follow up. But they're all the same. There are very few of them that actually stood out as being good. Every game that's successful drives a ton of clones. It's like since the beginning of Street Fighter and this, RPGs had this. Yep. And I guess, what's it currently? Battle Royales was the thing like 2 years ago, but I think that slowed down, so now there's only a handful. Because many of them died in like really overt ways. Yeah, Smite definitely stood out. Yeah, like I said, there's a couple that managed to actually stand out and pull it off. But in the meantime, there's just dozens and dozens of... Oh yeah, right now, deck builders. Yup. I've got 3 deck builders I have to check out sometime within the next week-ish. One of which is coming out early April, one of which is already out, but seems kind of neat, because it's not a roguelike. And then the other one's coming to Kickstarter in a couple of days, and it's just like, I mean, I don't mind these games. I don't mind them being made, but so few of them actually do anything to really set themselves apart. They're just kind of the same. That's why Monster Train is so good, because they looked at Slay the Spire, like that's obvious. But they looked at Slay the Spire and said, alright, these are some neat ideas. We'll take this, and this. And then everything else, we're just going to go our own way. And boy, is it so much stronger for it. Oh yeah, auto battlers. That's probably going to be the new craze that will pop up over the next, like, 3 years. Yeah, talking about dead MOBAs. Paragon, we barely met ya. Yeah. I know there's some fans that are remaking it with Epic's blessing. And I hope they succeed, because I'd actually like to give that one a shot. But this kind of follow the leader syndrome is so apparent in so much media. I think it's easier to follow somebody else's example than come up with something new on your own. I guess I'll grab the wood as I go by. Wow! Thank you, Dragoneer, for the additional 10,000 bits. Surprise confetti barf time. You're not going to catch me surprised now. I'm actually paying attention. I know you used to fly under the radar somehow, but now I got my eye on you. Okay, let's see. So what I was talking about, right? With this follow the leader syndrome, it becomes very easy for me to just totally lose interest in media faster. Be it games, books, movies, TV shows, manga, anime, so on and so forth. So for a while... Ooh. Oh, no, that's just a lore stone. I thought for a second this was a summoning shrine. I got excited. Let's see. Do I still have my bow? Yeah, I don't need my cultivator. I should have the pickup range to just grab that from here. At least I hope I do. Let's see, I hope Baldur's Gate drives more tactical RPGs. If you haven't seen it yet, Celeste Crown of the Magister is actually pretty good. It doesn't quite have that level of, like, environmental effects that Larian pushes, but it has, like, some really neat attempts at verticality within, like, a Dungeons & Dragons tactical RPG. style. Unfortunately, it suffers from D&D, the D&D downside of, oh boy, it's so easy to miss all the time. I hope you guys enjoy like a 25% chance to hit on every action you take. Okay, so it looks like we're going to need a boat. If I want to go places. Hey, and thank you, Chaos Dragon, for the 800 bits. Don't mind me, just found these bits the Dragoneer dropped. I don't know, I want to say give yourself some credit and claim them for your own? Question mark? I don't know. Hello. This is a lot of dude men. I am so glad I'm wildly overgeared. There we go. 25% chance to hit. That's when loaded dices come in. Yeah. Let's grab some thistles as we go by. Apparently Larian is adding a loaded dice feature to reduce the issue. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I don't think I will ever stream or record a full series on... Okay, we're not going to find swamps on this island. However, seeing as I've discovered some land on the other side here, let's just warp over to it. I could build a boat, or I could teleport. I am a wizard. Hello. Glad I didn't warp inside that tree. That would have been tragic, maybe. It is really dark, though. So why don't we actually warp back to the hoose? Instead of hanging out while it's hella dark. The D&D is fun, but man does it suck when you miss every turn. That's why I usually give my monsters tons of HP, and very low armor classes comparatively. Let's see, and thank you Modmaker for the 1,000 bits as well. We all know the pride flag is best here. It's true. Excuse me, I'm trying to sleep, good sir. Go, don't throw rocks at me, go away! I want to nap. I cannot nap if you're chucking rocks at my face. Good night. Oh, right, I forgot I'm supposed to jump. Oh, well. I guess while we're here, we might as well... VBZ. We might as well dump off whatever spare resources we have. Grab these rocks, move them down. Let's see, I should have honey. And for whatever reason, it does not want me to deposit honey. Okay. How is it you? I'm gonna put a lot of my plant stuff in here. I don't know where I put the core wood too. And thank you, Fudge, aka Hazuki, for the 100 bits as well. Thank you. Oh, I can go cultivate some red berry bushes. Just a little bit should go a long way. As long as I can just grab them. Boy, howdy. Hype Train. Okay, thank you 177 Mike for the 2,000 bits. And thank you Dragoneer for the 5,000 bits. More confetti of aggression. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to feel threatened here, but I do feel grateful. Thank you. Okay, so what else can I make? Right, we're going to look into the enchanter. I'm just going to stick it in this corner. Needs more space. Okay, fine. Wait, must be placed near the... Oh. Oh, the... Okay. Enchanter. Nope. How does this work? Oh, upgrade. Sacrifice. Enchant... Oh. Oh, this mod just opened up. There's that magic tier loot. Where did I put it? It's probably over here. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Chaos Dragon, for the 50 more corgis. And thank you, Lord KO9. And Jamie Boy for the gifted subs. Thank you so much. Alright, we're gonna just rip this apart, and let's enchant some things. Okay, so let's get rid of the flint axe. The wooden tower shield. I really like this enchanting system. This feels good. Okay. Why can I only enchant the cultivator? Let's see. Hey, you're welcome, Wander. You're so cool. I watch a lot of your vids. Yeah, thank you. Let's see. Wander, what is the backseat pass and the henchpit rewards? People keep backseating me, which, like, I mean, okay. It looks like the enchantment might not be functional yet. I can sacrifice for the resources, but it doesn't look like we can actually do the enchanting. Well. Or maybe we need something else to pull it off. I don't fully know. Okay. And thank you for the 200 bits as well. Oh, here we go. Rare dust, rare reagent, essence. Reagent essence. Okay. And, hey, we're up to level 5. Thank you, Arches and I, for the 100 bits as well. But thank you guys so much. Let's see. Maybe I just have to upgrade the cultivator before I can enchant it. Yeah, I think the enchantment window is not currently functional. Because what it's doing is it's just pulling from my upgrade menu. So I don't think proper enchantment is implemented yet. That's okay. I'm fine with that. This mod is officially cool. Said it last week. Can't wait for the mod scene to open up. I already saw some mods with new dungeons and generated structures like Draugr villages. Ooh, that does sound good. Alright. We're just going to warp over here and see what we get. Anyway, I feel like people would backseat with or without the backseat pass. The point of the backseat pass is so that regulars at least have a methodology of backseating me without annoying me. Because realistically, for the most part, my big issue with, oh gosh, what is the word? Actually, I have it open so I can remember it. Kibitzing. K-I-B-B-I-T-Z-I-N-G. It's effectively giving unasked for information or advice. And so my big issue in a lot of cases is people telling me what to do. So it's like, go west to find the swamp. It's just like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. And then it turns out that equally they're wrong, and I was really close to getting the swamp on the east instead. And just some other stuff. Yeah, Germans have a word for everything. Yup. And so, hey, look, it's the world's smallest snowfield. And so, on my own end, I don't mind people backseating when it's appropriate, necessary, or even helpful. Oh. I forgot I could zoom the mini-map out. We'll do it. This island sucks. But it's got some copper on it, so we can come back for it later. Because, yeah, there's, like, nothing going on in here. But we'll grab a bunch of thistle. I'm also very glad I doubled thistle drop rates. Actually, really just all crop drop rates. It's one reward I'll never use. It's totally fine. But I just figured I'd give people kind of the opportunity to do so. And that way, if anybody is backseating without the pass, then everybody else will tell them, hopefully, to use the backseat pass instead. And that'll just make everyone's life easier, friendlier, and I don't have to tell people to chill as much. Because recently I had to ban somebody because they were incessant. It wasn't necessarily, like, not useful, but it was constant. And it was to the point where, like, nobody could say anything else because this guy was that aggressive about trying to backseat. And it's like, I sympathize because they really were trying to help me out, but at the same time, it gets annoying fast. And so if there's like a currency requirement before they can backseat again, then it works perfectly fine because then it does not become this constant deluge of kibitzing. I'm just going to use that word. It's such a good word. Is it one-time use or timed? One-time use? You get one comment. And yes, it's kind of expensive for a reason.